Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Wish You Luck, back at it again with another YouTube video. In today's video, I wanted to go over and bring some awareness to Bungie's response on hand cannons. Deej just posted this on the forums yesterday, 11 hours ago, so about 6:30 p.m. Eastern. So the response to Ghost Bullets by Bungie is in. We have a response, and I will read it back to you. They say, "Hello Destiny community. To a recent resurgence in feedback about Ghost Bullets, we wanted to take a minute to explain how and why the weapons in Destiny behave the way they do. Ghost Bullets is a community coined term that is being used to describe the frustration of missing the intended target due to weapon stats. The bullets aren't disappearing, they just aren't hitting the bullseye. Internally, we would call this specific aspect of a weapon accuracy, which is one of the values embedded in the range stat of every Destiny weapon. When looking at Destiny weapon archetypes, we wanted players to be able to assume a weapon's traits through visuals and an intuitive understanding of how weapons work. Players can make the assumption that barrel length and stability will affect the accuracy of a weapon class. These types of distinctive behaviors make for fun and interesting choices within the action simulation. In short, hand cannons with a relatively short barrel and no stock are not intended to be long-range precision weapons like a scout or a sniper rifle. Instead, they are big, heavy pistols that pack a large punch. If you can control the kick and close on your targets during combat, you will likely kill them dead. We want to very sincerely say that this communique is not meant to be argumentative or belittle any of the consistent feedback we've received on the subject. Regardless of how correctly the game systems are working, the core message is that shooting a hand cannon during high skill gameplay can feel inconsistent and or frustrating for people. We hear you and we are always looking to improve on that experience. While it's unlikely that we would completely remove accuracy as a concept from Destiny weapons, we will investigate alternative options to balance hand cannons versus other weapon archetypes. Destiny is a game that will evolve as players push, pull, and build the world. You are wonderful people, the best community, and passionate about this game in a way that pushes us to always be our best. Thank you for playing and thank you for reading." So if you don't already follow my Twitter, you know that, well, if you don't follow my Twitter, you should probably go check it. But yesterday on Twitter, I went on a rant. This has to be the biggest load of bullshit I've ever read from a game developer in my life. There has never been an FPS on the market in which you point your gun and shoot, aside from realistic shooters. We're not discussing realistic shooters. I see a lot of people defending Destiny using realism and the fact that there's bullet drop in the real world and guns have bullet cones in terms of long distance shooting, especially on pistols. Destiny is not a realistic shooter. Saying or defending this RNG cone system, this accuracy system, using the realism aspect of gun shooting is not an actual feasible argument. Unless you are putting on armor and running into space and fighting aliens using Nova bombs and void swords, this is not supposed to be a realistic game. In year one, we had no problems like this. In year one, this game was very, very fun. It was very quick, and when I pointed my gun, that's where it hit. In fact, I think in year one, it was even a lot easier to shoot hand cannons. It was a lot easier to hit targets because bullets registered. The beginning of Destiny's downfall in year 2 was due to the fact that skill-based matchmaking would match us up against people regardless of their location in the world. We thought this was the reason why our bullets weren't registering. Obviously, it would make sense for my bullets to hit a little bit better in an FPS online if I'm connecting New York to New Jersey. Skill-based matchmaking made me connect from New York to Australia. With that, you're probably going to say to yourself, okay, well, since it's such a shitty connection, this is probably why the hand cannons aren't registering. Wrong. Triple Rec made the video on Ghost Bullets. He informed the entire community on how Ghost Bullets function. And now Bungie comes with this half-ass response in an attempt to defend themselves. Pistols have never handled large or heavily in Destiny. They've always been the quick draw gun of choice. They've always been the fastest time to kill gun in Destiny. They've always required the most skill in Destiny. To write in the narrative and to assume that hand cannons are clunky and large and hard to control. I'm sorry, but the Isolina archetype has something to say about that. This isn't right. this isn't okay. This needs fixing. If Destiny's ever going to move into the MLG scene, we need balance and we need consistency. Keyword on consistency. If we're not going to balance Destiny, then don't try to balance it. In fact, year 1 was more fun when it was more unbalanced than year 2 or year 3 seems to be going. Please, for the love of God, just remove the RNG cone that you guys call accuracy. It's almost ironic that you guys call it accuracy and the bullets don't hit where they're supposed to. Please, just take out the RNG cone simulator on the end of hand cannons. Thank you.